Ariel Stratton, and this is Nicole Walker. We are on-site agents with True Homes.
Hey guys, it's Nicole with True Homes, and I'm here doing part of our video series, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what to expect in an appointment with Ariel or myself or one of our True advisors. This is pretty consistent across the board. This is something we take very seriously. Your experience is very, very important to us. So we're gonna spoil you. And a lot of people laugh when I say that, or they think we're being like cocky or something, but it's true. So if you come see us first, and then you go see other builders and have other appointments, they just do things like really, really differently. So we're probably gonna spoil the experience for you a little bit here because our approach is very different. Our approach is very, very much that every single client that we have is a friend or a family member, and we take that to heart from the top to the bottom and everything that we do. And so it's really important to us that you know that. And our approach is gonna be like if my sister is buying a house. I just bought a house for my mom. So the process that I go through with buying a house for my mom, what am I thinking of when I'm doing that, and how do I apply that to what I do for you guys? And so when you're having that appointment with us, we're gonna seek to understand you. That's gonna be so important. So how can we even consider giving you a solution to your new home, which is a very important part of your life and probably one of the most expensive things you're ever gonna buy, if we don't understand you and understand your life? So this is a big part of what we do. And so we ask a lot of questions. We're gonna tell you information, of course, about True Homes, about what we have to offer, but we have quite a few options. So if we're gonna give you the best solutions for you, we have to understand you. So I wrote down some questions that I go through with every single client that I have a sit down appointment with. And so what's your current living situation? So you're renting, or do you own, do you live in the area? You're relocating to the area? Do you have friends and family in the area? How big is your place? What are you paying? These are really important things. What do you love about your current place? What do you not love about your current place? Your overall lifestyle. You may not think that's important to tell somebody who's helping you with purchasing a home, but it's gonna be. So if I know that you absolutely love hiking and being outside, you have pets, and there's a lot of traffic coming in that might be a little bit dirtier, then I might really consider making sure that I show you some options that have things like a mud bench, so that when you come in, you have a drop zone. These are important things for us to know. Also, we just wanna get to know you. So your knowledge and experience in home buying. So is this your first time? Is this your sixth time? Just because it's your sixth time doesn't mean that you know all the things that we can assist you with. It means that you're gonna be really savvy in some things, but it means that we need to tailor experience to you. If you're a first-time home buyer, I might need to really make sure that you understand some things a lot of people walking in the door might already know from having done it before. It's not really fair to you to just assume that you know that. So here's a big one for me. Why are you moving? That's huge. If I don't know why you want to move, I mean, how do I even understand what's going to be important to you? What do you need in your new home? So that's where you get to tell us all about the spaces that you need, the finishes that you need, the home site, the location. What can you comfortably afford? So this is a part where we might actually inform you a little bit, as well as ask you some questions. A lot that we have found out over the last few years about the lending process. We have some really great preferred lenders that we work with and partner with on this. It's just blown my mind. I've been in real estate now for 6 years, and for the first 2 I was in general brokerage, and I have learned way more about financing here on the new construction side, just because it is our job to try to help everybody find a win-win. So how do we find what you can comfortably afford and match that to something that is priced in that range? So that's your monthly payment. That's how does that translate into an overall purchase price, because that will change county by county, tax rate by tax rate, all kinds of information like that. So what can you comfortably afford? Not just what's your maximum, but what do you actually comfortably want to pay? Timing. So do you want to move right now? Do you want to move later this year? Do you want to move in between 3 and 6 months? I mean, what does that timing look like? Because what I have for you might differ based on your timing. Where else have you looked? What has your experience been like so far? Have you tried to offer on any homes? Why haven't you purchased yet if you've been looking for a while? I want to know what your struggles are, because I want to know so that I can help you get past those obstacles in purchasing a home. So how long have you been looking is part of that. That's really important, but also it informs things like, have you been pre-qualified prior to when interest rates were raising? Have you experienced the market in the last 6 months versus the last 2 years? Who's helping you? This is huge. So do you have a real estate agent? Is there somebody on my team that you've already talked to who's helping you through this process? Who else is helping you in your sphere, in your support system? So is that a partner? Is that a family? Is that, maybe parents, friends that are really close, people who you turn to? And we want to include them. We want to make sure that we're answering their questions too, if they're going to be really important to you. What is going to be really important about your location? So that's your community. That might be commute. That might be your home site. There's all kinds of things that can go into location. The flow and the layout preferences. So is your flow preference more defined spaces in the front, very open at the back, completely wide open, something contemporary like I'm in right now? So you've got your study in the front, dedicated dining space, and a huge kitchen island. I can't even get out of the way of it. I mean, there's all kinds of different options when you do something like we do, and I'll get into that in a second. And then how much knowledge do you have about the local area that we're looking at for you and about that real estate market? The real estate market is going to vary nationally versus regionally versus this local area that you're looking in specifically. So then after we gain that information from you, what we're looking to then do is kind of educate you on the things that might be gaps of knowledge for you so that you can make the best informed decision and advocate for you to get what you want. So my best job as a salesperson is to help you get what you want and make that match up with what my seller wants to sell. And so we're gonna go over who True Homes is, our history, so that you know more about us. A lot of builders don't think to do that. They just assume that you know who they are and they don't really care if you do or not. We're going to talk about the different types of builders. There's 3 main types. You've got custom builders, you've got semi-custom builders, which is what we do, and then you've also got your production builders. And we'll have more information about that as we go through our appointments and all the options that you can get with a semi-custom builder. We'll talk about all the different communities where we can help you. So that's a cool thing too. You come sit down, you talk to me and Ariel, and we're right now in Jackson Springs and Willow Spring. And maybe we decide that actually Fuquay is a better option or Clayton's a better option. We don't have to stop. We can still keep talking, and we can go together and go look at stuff versus me having to stop, send you to somebody else and start you all over again, which is what most other builders do. The other thing is the lifestyle plans and the semi-custom like I was telling you about. And then are you going to customize and build a home and wait for it to be completed? Or are you going to take a look at a quick move-in or what we call showcase home, one where we've picked everything out to the most popular choices that we see people making? We're going to build a home on paper for you so that you can price it out and get a general idea of if you did build, what would you be looking at price point wise? We're going to talk about the trade-offs of all the different options and the different locations, and we're going to dive into that with you. Then we're going to go see the solutions. So this is another place where I think some builders kind of fall short. It's just, hey, we have these homes available. Go look at them. But if I want to build a home and I'm thinking about maybe building this Lennox here, but maybe not the contemporary, maybe I want to do the open flow, but Nicole doesn't have one on site for me to see, what can I do? Well, of course, there's the floor plan, maybe a video, maybe there's one close by. Or maybe we can walk through this home with the floor plan and I can show you where the differences are. That's something I don't think a lot of builders take the time to do to make sure that you truly visually conceptualize what you're thinking about purchasing. We can go walk the exact home. We can see a similar home. We can see a home under construction. We can look at the videos. We walk around the community and show you the exterior options. We have quite a few of those, much more than most builders do. We talk about finishes and options. So if you told me I absolutely have to have white cabinets and for some reason that's not what I had in my model, maybe I go and take you into a home where I can show you the white cabinets. We're gonna go walk the home site. So if you're considering a build option, here's what's available. Let's go stand where your front porch would be. You stay there. I'm gonna go to the back and show you where the back of the house would be and show you, conceptualize that space, conceptualize how your backyard would look. That's important. And how does all of that compare to anything else that's out there? We're very, very well informed on what's out there. We look at that every day. So how does that all compare? And then we're going to determine the best solution for you. So we're going to recap what's important to you, the price, the flow, the plan, the place, and then how does that match up to what we have? And what are the options that you have available? Now, if there's multiple options available for you, I'm usually going to ask people to rate them for me. What's your top option? What's your number 2 option? And if there's a third, what's your third option? And that's really fun to do with multiple partners buying a home, because that's a fun way to help them communicate about what's important to them with the pressure off. And then what's next? So what do you do once you've decided, oh my goodness, Nicole, I absolutely love building this home with True Homes. I get to customize everything. I get to go to design studio. Let's go. We're going to go over that in the appointment. Matter of fact, if you're ready, we're just going to do it and we're going to show you. So it's really simple. Our whole goal is to make this very easy and to make it best for you. So I'm going to be doing another video later on about next steps after Ariel goes over how do you decide between doing a build or doing something that's a quicker move-in. So she'll be sharing some of that with you, and then I'll be going over what's the next steps. All right, thanks guys, bye.